Integrated Plantscapes. I'm coming to you today with a short video about bromeliads. I thought of them as we were talking about poinsettias because they do make a great alternative for poinsettias because they come in a lot of different varieties, and within those varieties there's a lot of red out there. They're not just for holiday decorating. I don't want to insinuate that. These are for year-round. They come in so many different colors. It's fun to change them out. They last generally about 3 to 6 months before this part dies. It's not technically a flower, but we'll call it a flower just for this conversation. I think technically it's a bract. But this will eventually die out 3 to 6 months down the road. You can cut that out and then wait for pups to grow if you want to have a project. But generally plan on having this around for a limited time, and then the fun part is you get to go out and seek out a new one. There are, like, I can't tell you how many varieties. Some have like a paddle type of bract coming up here. There are just so many different varieties and colors. You can really go crazy with it. So these are really fun to decorate with. But this is, just want to show you sort of the size. It's a pretty substantial size, but I would, of course, keep it in its grow pot. But if you have a decorative container and you want to try to make a holiday centerpiece out of this, you've got the red and green for traditional color decorating. Put it in a decorative pot and make a great gift that way too. And they are very much low maintenance plants. You can get away with watering once a week, and I would actually recommend more like around the 2-week mark before you water it again. Give it a good drink and don't let it sit in water, and they will reward you with months and months of beautiful color and a really nice focal point. They enjoy sort of a bright location too. I wouldn't put them in direct sun, but they do appreciate some light. This is another variety. Oops. This is probably my favorite. I feel like that looks a lot like a poinsettia. I think it's really, really pretty. I like that it's a little shorter in stature. You could group these together in a larger container. You could do 3 containers in a row. Lots of options there, but really pretty. And this one is a Neoregelia, and this one, look how gorgeous this color is, you guys. Oh my goodness. It's just so bright and cheerful and festive, and definitely a different style, but just beautiful. This one is green apples. It's a Neoregelia green apples, but in the bromeliad family still. And this shows an example of a pup. Usually it comes a little bit later in the life of these plants, but that is a whole new plant coming, which is sort of exciting. And if you're someone who likes a project, you could get you'd want to take a sharp, clean knife and cut as close as possible to the mother plant without doing any damage. And then you can put that in soil and start a whole new bromeliad. Now you'll have to be patient because that will take a long time for it to grow up and flower on its own, but it's just sort of a fun project if you want to do that. If you don't, once the flowers, the center part dies out, you could just add that to your compost pile and then seek out a new one and just cycle them through. Probably twice a year you'd probably end up getting a new one. So, but I just wanted to go over that as just an in general sort of decorating option, but specifically because it's in the right color scheme, you could definitely do these instead of poinsettias. And also, like I said, it makes a great gift, and it's a low maintenance gift. Some people receive a gift of plant and it's intimidating and they don't know what to do with it and it's too hard to take care of. The nice thing about these is they're super easy, so I think people appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the box below.